Alright guys, welcome back. It is time to leave Limsa, so let's hit it. See if we get this main story quest moving along for a little bit. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. It would help if I went the right way. Nope, I don't want to go. There we go. It would help if I was awake right now. Wait, aren't you famous adventurer at Storm Savage, isn't it? I thought I recognized you. You are an inspiration to us all, sir. High wind, skyways is at your disposal. You be traveling. Yes, I'm traveling. Okay. Alright, here we go. We're leaving Limsa. Bye-bye now. Good fortune to ye, Storm. Hopefully we leave the pirate's peak behind. The day will come when your name means the same as hero to the folk of this realm. May you walk in the light of the crystal. What the hell is this?
It has been 15 years, but the bitter taste of defeat lingers still.
What the hell is that?
Led by the Agrios, mightiest of all vessels. Silver Till Lake lay ripe for the taking, and all of Eorzea would soon be ours. Or so we believed. But an innumerable host of dragons met us that day, at the heart of which flew the great Midgard Zormer. Though we succeeded in slaying that lord among worms, the dread serpent's defeat was bought at too high a price. Our invincible flagship was lost, and all hope of victory with her. So ended our glorious conquest.
So Bahamut brought down the bad guys?
Eorzea, a blighted realm, riddled with false gods. Twice now it has eluded the Empire's grasp. For all the destruction it wrought, even Meteor, the great sin, failed to yield us control over it. And for this failure, the realm has sunk deeper into depravity. It is twisted beyond all reckoning, rotten nigh to the core. Yet it must be saved. Only Garlean rule can bring order to Eorzea. It falls to us to deliver the misguided masses from their ignorance.
Oh yeah, I'm quite certain. I have to deal with Darth Vader at some point. Ah, hell, man.
We are of one mind, Lord Van Balzar.
Ah, hell. That's the little Jedi hunters, man. That looks like a pain in the butt. What is that? What's the plot thing that's
Senior
carrying?
engineers, please report to Magitech research following scheduled inspection.
What was the thing being carried?
Hey, is the Legatus really planning to take another tilt at Eorzea?
Hey? What hole have you been hiding in? We're in the midst of preparing for a new campaign, and a huge one at that.
But I thought the Emperor had given up the Western lands for lost after Cartano. What could the Legatus possibly hope to gain by acting alone?
I sense you harbor certain doubts over the wisdom of the Legatus's plan.
That's not good.
My lord!
Please, call me Nero. Tell me, where were you born?
Othard, my lord.
Alamigo, my lord.
Ah, codename Hummingway, I presume.
I don't know what you...
Oh, he about to die.
Silence. Your denials will not change your fate. I assure you, Frumentarium sees all.
Okay. That dude's Palpatine.
Clean up this mess, and do not miss any. Or I...
At once, my lord.
Garland, soon you will be made to know the true power of Magitech.
Okay. Oh, that's enough. Okay, so yeah. And it's pouring down rain here. That's lovely. Okay, I don't know my way around. You are the Limsian envoy, are you not? I have received instructions to assist you. Pray make your way into the city proper and identify yourself to the conjurer at Malfiska's altar. She will admit you to the Lotus Inn where the elder seed seer awaits. Okay. How do I get out of this room? That's the door, but it's not the right door. Let's try the stairs. Which way am I supposed to go? Oh, okay. We gotta go up and around. I think. I don't know my way around here at all. Um, you are the Limsian envoy, begging your pardon, sir, but might I inspect the missive you bear? Verily, this is the seal of the Admiral of Limsa. Please come with me.
So you are the Limsan envoy,
Yup.
and an adventurer besides. The realm owes much to you and yours. On behalf of our fair nation, I bid you welcome. Please. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Khan-e Senna, Elder Seedseer of Gridania, and leader of the Order of the Twin Adder, our nation's grand company. I understand you bear a message from the Admiral.
How do we go from cutscenes to, like, no words at all? To think that 5 years have already come and gone. Seems like only yesterday that the Garlean Empire attempted to seize all that we hold dear. Rising in resistance, the city-states of Eorzea formed the grand companies and joined hands in alliance. But unbeknown to us, the Garleans sought not to best us a battle, but moved instead to enact a terrible old plot, the Meteor Project, by which the lesser moon Dalamon would be torn down from the heavens to annihilate all life below. In a desperate bid to save the realm from certain destruction, our forces marched for the Captain Flats, and there we met the Lilith Imperial, the 8th Imperial Legion, maybe. More bloody a battle I have never seen and would never wish to see again, yet the carnage was but a prelude to the atrocity which followed. For despite our best efforts, Dalamud continued its descent, and from it emerged the elder primal Bahamut, who proceeded to rain fire upon Eorzea. So, it wasn't Bahamut that wrapped around the ship, it was a different dragon. The 8th Imperial Legion was consumed in the blinking of an eye, while our own forces fared little better. So that was a different dragon that stopped the Empire. Okay. That any among us were spared defies explanation, all seem sure to perish. As with the flames converged upon us, I prepared myself for death, only for a brilliant light to envelop me, relieving me of my senses. When last I awoke, Bahamut was gone, and the land which I had but moments before been aflame now seemed to me a place unknown. Not simply ruined, but changed. Archon Louisoix may well have been able to shed light upon these mysteries, but he, like so many, never returned from Partino. And so we were left with countless questions and no prospect of an answer. Yet such matters did not long occupy our thoughts, for we had far graver concerns. The calamity, as the devastation wrought by Bahamut has come to be known, laid our nations nigh to waste. And to this day, we struggle to rebuild our lives at home. Profound matters, the beast tribes continue to summon their primals, while the Empire encroaches upon our borders, consolidating its foothold in Eorzea. The outlook, in short, is bleak. In the wake of the calamity has been all each nation could do to nurse its own wounds. Yet if we are to weather the coming storm, we must needs stand united once more, A remembrance service may well present an opportunity to rekindle the spirit of unity which first gave us rise to the Alliance. I wholeheartedly approve of the Admiral's proposal. The necessary provisions will be made for a service here in Gridania. You have done the people of Eorzea fine service this day, and I would not put you to further trouble. I shall see that my reply reaches the Admiral Anut. You meanwhile are bound next for Udal, are you not? Please send the Flame General my regards, and if you would be so kind, I should appreciate it if you would inform him that a pet of mine has been ill behaved of late, my wolf to be precise. Needless to say, he must be brought to heel, and I would very much welcome the General's counsel on how this might be achieved. Thank you for coming. May the 12 see you safe to Udal and beyond. Okay. Now I just gotta find my way back to the airship. Ooh. How is the airship landing below the building? Greetings, sir. This is the counter for passengers traveling to not Storm Savage, the Limsa envoy. On behalf of all at Highwind Skyways, may I say it is an honor to serve you. Will you be flying with us today? Yup. Keep this moving. I gotta say, out of the three major city-states, well, I'll hold off for reserve till I see the third one. You must be the envoy from Limsa. Welcome to Udal, sir. The Flame General awaits your arrival. Welcome to Udal, sir. We've been expecting you. Flame General Raban, like I said that right, maybe, will receive you in the fragrant chamber. Why would you call a room the fragrant chamber? Anyways, please take the lift down to the Hustings Strip and speak with Bartholomew at the Royal Promenade. Yay. Valencian envoy, I presume, would you be so good as to allow me to inspect the missive you bear? My thanks. Ah, yes, the Admiral's seal. Please proceed.
Ah, a guest from Limsa. I thought I smelled stale ale. I won't hold it against you. If you're half the warrior Merlvib says, 'tis a wonder you don't reek of dead Sahagin. Welcome to the Sultanate of Ul'dah. I am Rauban al-Din, General of the Immortal Flames. But you did not come all this way to trade formalities.
Cartano. I remember bloody Cartano. Do you know what happened that day, adventurer? When we took the field against the Garleans. So my counterparts have educated you. Connie's pet has given her trouble. Is it? Well, she should already know my mind on the subject. Wolves are beyond taming. 'Tis but a matter of time before they bare their teeth. So it was with the Garleans 50 years ago. No sooner had they learned how to use Magitech that they began seizing territory from their neighbors. Led by the Legatus Solus Zos Galvas, they swiftly brought the other nations of Lysabar to heel, and so the Legatus became an emperor in the Republic and Empire. An empire which then set its sights upon Eorzea. But the conquering emperor is now an old man of 80 winters. His health is failing, and he has no clear successor. Like as not, this is why the Garleans have been quiet of late. But the 14th Imperial Legion is still entrenched within our borders. And their commander, Legatus Gallus von Balsair, has long harbored ambitions of conquest. Were he to strike now, I fear we would fall like so many others before us, and not only Udal, but Redania and Limsa as well. For the calamity brought the lot of us to our knees, and we've yet to get up. We barely have the strength to stand against the beast tribes, never mind the primals they mean to summon. We are a realm divided adventurer, the alliance, an alliance in name only. But the wolf cares not for the plight of its prey. The Garlean stir and the elder seed seer would not let it go unnoticed. All other concerns pale in comparison to the Empire, even the beast tribes and their bloody primals. We must stand united once more, that much is clear, and if we're to do so, we must remember the cause which last brought us together. Marwib will have her memorial. We will honor the memory of the fallen. We will remind the people that their brothers and sisters fought and died for. Shall I inform the Sultana and the Syndicate? I will speak with her grace myself. Very good, sir. Admiral will have her reply a none. My thanks to you, adventurer. We leveled up again. Ah, my lord envoy, I trust your stay in the Sultanate has been pleasant. Now, if you do not mind my asking, do you perchance have plans to visit Limsa in the near future? If so, I have information that may be of interest to you. Once accompanied the Flank General on an official visit to the seaside city-state, during which time I became acquainted with Baderon, the proprietor of the Drowning Winch. Well, the man sent word just now that he has a job for a capable adventurer. I could think of none better credentials than you. Baderon would doubtlessly be pleased if you offer him your services. Of course he would. There's one thing I must do before I leave. I'm not sure that that's how to get there. Not the right door. Alright, I know what I'm looking for. I swear. Okay. Where's the fat crystal at? I'll worry about that later. Alright, now I want to continue on with the main story quest, but before I leave, I definitely want to find that aetheryte. This is one giant circle. Now I remember, at least I thought I did. Where's the bloody big aetheryte? There's no way I can lose an aetheryte that big. Okay. I have not found the big aetheryte yet. Okay, I've made my decision. Out of all three, I like Limsa the best. Wait a minute. I went past it? Hold up. There ain't no way. I circled this dang thing like 4 times. I swear. Alright, now we can return. Get my bearings here for a second. Back to the drowning winch we go. Welcome to the drowning winch. Sit wherever you like, mate. I'll be with you in a... Whoa, that ain't the one and only Storm Savage. I was told a distinguished adventurer might be reporting for duty, thanks to that adventurer being you. Just so you're fairly warned, though, this ain't no job for the faint of heart. Things are liable to get downright bleeding hairy. But if you think you're still interested, let me know and I'll fill you in on the details. Bateron, the proprietor of the Drowning Witch, has need of a capable adventurer. I thank you for taking the time to help me out. Now I'm sure you're busy, so I'll come straight to the point. Word has it some suspicious looking buggers have been sneaking in and out of the Sastasha Seagrot, and I need a trustworthy sort to head up north to Elport and find out who they are and what they're up to. Don't sound like much, I know, but since the nasty business over at Swiftperch, folk have been uneasy. Well, I say a bit, 'tis all they could do not to soil themselves every time the bloody floorboards creak. If you would permit me, Master Batteron, I should be happy to elaborate. Well, if it ain't the Chief Yellow Jacket himself, for what I owe this rare honor, Commodore Rainier, come to make sure me patrons are behaving or just thirsty. Neither, in fact, I came to welcome Storm back to Limsa. It is well you have returned. Over the course of the past moon, there have been several sightings of an unfamiliar vessel off the coast of Aleport, in the vicinity of the Isles of Umbra. The information came to my attention no more than a few weeks after the squad of my own soldiers had completed a routine patrol of the region, the Sestasha Seagrot included. Their search revealed little save for a family of burrows that had taken up residence in the caves. Nothing to concern us in short. In light of recent developments, however, it would seem wise to search the Stasha again. But with the Sahagin testing our defenses lately, I am loath to assign the task to the limited forces at my disposal. Our line is stretched thin as it is. Thus, I sought the services of a competent adventurer to conduct an investigation in our stead. Any aid you can offer in this matter would be greatly appreciated. Then it's settled. Stasha is located in western Lesnaska. For more detailed instructions on how to reach the place, I suggest you could consult Vamelpa. She can be sought at the ferry docks on the lower decks. You heard the man. Good luck to you, lad. Okay. And what's this one? What's this do? This will work eventually. Oh, it would probably help if I had them highlighted, I guess. That makes sense. Oh. You gotta do it to this guy. To help if I was reading. I was just trying to do a quick side quest, but you hear about Commodore Rayner's investigation, then you'll want to board a ferry bound for airport. Once you arrive in western Nausea, though, you best pay a visit to the Hall of the Novus, before you blunder into Sastasha. The Adventurers Guild runs the hall, and for the folk there will prepare you, train you with the skills you'll need to face the dangers undoubtedly waiting for you in the Sea Grot. The hall is on the way to Sastasha, north of Airport. Head inside, and once one of their seasoned adventurers will take you in hand. Best of luck to you, friend. Alright. Hang on, before we leave. Oh man, I gotta go. I'll handle that later then. I think I already attuned to that Aether, right? Ah, you must be the adventurer of whom the Yellow Jackets sent word. Hey, here you are to brave the depths of the Stasha Sea Grot. The occupants of those caves were rumored to be as numerous as they are bloodthirsty, no matter what the epic tales would have you believe. Strolling in such a den of savagery alone would be the height of foolishness. No, you shall need companions. And you shall need the training we here at the Hall of Notice can provide. I strongly suggest that you study the fundamentals of group combat before continuing on your mission. The Smith oversees the training schedule. Speak with him and you can register for exercises tailored to your particular field of experience. When you have mastered all that our masters have to teach, then it will be time to head north once more. Report to the Yellow Jacket Scout at the mouth of the Stasha Sea Grot, and he will furnish you with the details of your duty. Okay. Please tell me you're here on Yellow Jacket duty and not some daft sod out for a stroll. I can't take any more of this blasted waiting. I assume you already know about the ship, seeing it slipping in around the Isles of Umbra. We've been on the lookout for pirate activity ever since the vessel was sighted, thinking a crew of cutthroats might have a den nearby. So when we received word that men of questionable quality had been seen passing in and out of Stasha's here, we weren't entirely surprised. I've yet to see them for myself, but if this lot belongs to those fishback fancying pirate reavers, well, you can imagine the panic it'll cause. The kidnappings are still fresh in the people's minds. Anyway, your task is to poke around in the caves and find out exactly who we're dealing with. While you're doing that, I'll be keeping watch out here, praying you don't spot any blue face tattoos. Okay. Alright, alright. I'm not fancy on waiting, so... We're going in with a party of NPCs. I'm kind of curious how this is going to go. Okay. Where the hell did this crap come from? Oh, that's what I'm looking for. I'm dumb. Alright, before we go in there, I need a drink. Alright, here we go. Um, so I'm guessing this is the final boss. Okay, he's running. Hang on. Is there anything this way though? Oh. Nope. Okay. We can continue on then. Oh. Oh, there's another one. Okay. Okay. Oh. Oh. There we go. There we go. Soloed my first dungeon, yes. Well, with a little bit of help from NPCs. Learned a new skill. Yep. Get my treasure chest before I leave. Okay. Alright. Hang on, before we go back, I wanna... Oh. I've got all the best gear on. Okay. Ooh, I do want to, since I'm leveled up a little bit farther than I'm supposed to be. I do want my mortar to get a little bit of experience. Might as well. Seems how I'm leveling so fast. Such a task was on the books was mine. I'm afraid that ship has already sailed, friend. Might you be the adventurer who accepted the job of investigating Sastasha? It would seem that ship has not only sailed, but now returns to harbor, none the worse for its voyage. A pity we dragged our boots too long on this one. No matter, the wheel will turn and our chance will come. You're right, of course, but there shall be no rest till we have attained our goal, lofty though it may be. Not a wink of sleep, great leader. Our aim, lest you wonder, is to perform such feats of heroism as will earn us a place in the songs of every alehouse in Eorzea. We mean to write a legend which will inspire adventurers as yet unborn to follow our shining example. Do you have such a goal, large or small, it matters not. Only have a star to reach for, and you will reach higher. Purpose can sustain you through times of hardship. Keep your eye on the prize, and all obstacles will be overcome in time. You would not think to stride into battle unclad, would you? Well, goals are as arms and armor for the spirit. I wish you fortune in your endeavors, sir. Back then, are ye? With all your limbs and a tale to tell, I'd wager. Flashbacks, fishbacks, and there I was thinking you'd only have to crack a pirate skull or three. 7 hells, you turn your back for 5 bloody minutes, and the scaly guys have set up shop on your bleeding doorstep. Still, sounds like I accidentally pressed the button too quick. My bad. Thanks for shedding some light on this mystery. I need you to get the job done, lad. You always do. Now I'll be dying for a rest. I bet you're dying for a rest, but in just case you're not, I was wondering if you might be interested in taking on another job. It just so happens I've had a request from our sister guild in Gridania, see? Seems the forest folk in need of an adventurer that can get things done. For them to ask for help like this, you can bet the task won't be a skip through the sunny glade. But after the way you dealt with the fishbacks infestation, I doubt it's anything you can't handle. Give us a shout when you're ready, and I'll lay it out for you. Nice. We're finally starting to unlock stuff. Have we unlocked this thing yet? Nope. Alright guys, this is where we're going to stop it. I'll see you guys next time. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe wherever you're seeing this. Later.